Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course...
Let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Good morning, Mini Motorways, and of course, good morning to Byron Mask as well. Byron is first today. Let us go to Munich for today's daily challenge. We will only have road tiles, and all destinations are busier. Alright, well, it's been a bad week for performances in the daily challenge, and this is not going to get any better. If we are in Munich, a city built around this, like the whole gimmick of this level is the Isar River, and you start with 2 bridges, and you're only going to get road. Yesterday was different. Yesterday was only one of everything. This is even meaner than yesterday. This is even meaner than yesterday. Yesterday, at least, we started with a tunnel and a roundabout and a motorway. Oh, you remember the great and glorious luxury that is motorways? Well, enough of that, says Dinosaur Polo Club. We won't be having any of that shit here today. Motorways, pfft, pfft, they say. We will have no motorways. This pink house is just annoying. It's gonna stay right where it is. Let's take 20 road tiles here. Apologize. Let me start that again. I apologize. There we go. I apologize for not doing a stream last night. I had a long and tiring day at work, which followed a short and not relaxing evening because somebody whose comedic timing would be better if my microphone was more omnidirectional. But anyway, somebody 2 nights ago decided it would be a good idea to howl and dig at her litter pellets until I woke up at 2:30 in the morning. And between that and just general not feeling like it, I didn't really feel like streaming last night. So, this needs paving the island. Yeah, we're paving this island. Absolutely paving this island, Busidu. That is going to happen. This island will it will meet the cement god soon enough. But first, so not this morning, but yesterday morning, I woke up at 2:30 and couldn't get back to sleep, so I didn't feel like streaming last night. I will hopefully make it up with some Zelda on Friday, but we'll see. Plan, of course, for tonight is I'm not doing anything because Dynamite, and tomorrow is Control. So, anyway. But, yesterday, or rather, yeah, 2:30 yesterday morning, after being woken up by my cat, I had the glorious and brilliant thought, wait, what if her litter box wasn't in the bedroom? And I moved it to another part of the house, and I can happily report that last night, I was not awoken at 2:30 by the digging and howling of my desperate cat. Instead, I slept and woke normally, which means I went to bed at 9 and woke up at 5:30, but hey, you know, details. Details. Fucking details. Point is, I got a good night's sleep. Literally the first full entire night's sleep since I brought this cat home. So yay. Alright, how are these houses doing? We've got 3 blue guys servicing this one. We have now 3 blue guys servicing this one, both of them with cars and driveways. That's good. These pinks over here, this is a little ugly. This is not great. You know, we've got only 2 houses for this business, only 2 houses for the other. But, you know, it's not, we're not going to go desperate. Actually, we don't even have our other bridge. So, yeah, we're basically done with bridges and such. Hey, let's start paving this island. We're absolutely paving the island. You ever see that weird Western musical, Paint Your Wagon? It's going to be like that, except we're going to pave the island. Yeah. I did not know that was a real thing. I thought it was just something that The Simpsons made up, but no, that's a real thing. An actual honest-to-God musical, starring every Western movie badass you've ever heard of, called Paint Your Wagon. It was very weird. Alright, you, greens, are going to share a road with these blue guys. Why am I not pausing? I should just pause and take care of this, but no. No, I didn't. staring at this t-shirt that says "Smile if you're dead inside" with a big rainbow on it. Everyone wants that t-shirt, Leah. Aren't we all just dead inside? Like, sometimes we try not to say that thing, but listen, late capitalism takes its toll on all of us. Alright, so these pinks are going to support this circle. This green guy needs to catch up, but it will be fine. This is a problem right here. We've got this purple house, this purple business rather, these purple houses, and the problem is, well, you can see the problem. Let's see here. I think we're going to redirect this blue energy, and that's going to help a lot. You are going to come up here. I think we're just going to deal with this being an awkward intersection, and then we're going to come out here. Purples and blues share the bridge, and why don't we say before this guy, maybe this guy can have the one straight shot path, but other than that, we're going to just branch our purples off, come over to here, and off we go. Is this perfect? Fuck no. Is it good enough? Maybe. It's at least conceivable to me that that would be good enough. Here, why don't you point that away? Let's get all of these purples going in a thisly direction. That sounds fine. I realize I've lost the plot with my island paving, so let's catch up with that. But I would also be very much remiss if I didn't mention the very sad news from baseball that I woke up to this morning. Vin Scully died last night. Vin Scully, like, if you know baseball, you don't need me to say anything else, but there are folks who don't know baseball, so forgive the basic explainer. Vin Scully is probably the greatest sports broadcaster of all time. Like, definite, almost unanimously. I can't think of anyone who wouldn't say that Vin Scully's the best baseball broadcaster of all time, but he was a tremendous announcer. He did baseball, he did football, he did golf, he did game shows. And for like 60 years or something like that, 40, 50 years. Okay, you grew up as a San Francisco Giants fan. Listen, that's understandable that you may not have personal reverence for the man, but damn it, he was good at what he did. He was just... Oh, hey!
We out here.
We out here indeed. Thank you to Fishingworth. 10 months in the Goog troop. I appreciate it. All right, let's get these orange guys up to here and then properly thank Fishingworth. Thank you as always, Fishingworth. I do appreciate it. 10 months, as I said, in the Goog troop, able to drop all of those lovely Tier 1 emotes. Many of them designed by the lovely and talented Parlor Ghost. All right, you orange guys, come up here. Been a while since I hit the tinyurl.com/ghostbubble button, so I'll hit that button, tinyurl.com/ghostbubble. Would help if I pronounced it correctly, but go there, buy a thing. Get Morden Solus's face on a refrigerator magnet. I have Morden Solus's face on a refrigerator magnet. It's fun. And yes, Leah, it is very big of you to admit that Vin Scully was, in fact, good at baseball broadcasting. It takes a big person to admit that. All right, let's see here. I think, well, we've got these greens here and this green up here, and there's no great way for them to come together, so what I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to take these two greens, loop them into this neighborhood here, and give our greens a very long path that ends with them going into that business. And that's just going to have to be fine. But hey, we're already up over 500, which I think is better than we've done on some of the daily challenges this week. But yes, Vin Scully was just... It feels trite to say, oh, he was the voice of baseball, but he really fucking was the voice of fucking baseball for so long. And actually, I don't need to connect to this anymore because I have these three greens who can just come in this way, so that's good. That'll make this road a lot less complicated nightmare, which is good because it is presently a complicated nightmare. These pinks are doing okay. These blues are hanging in there. You know, the blues and purples are not necessarily getting along terribly well, but oh, why? Why would you do that? Why would, all right, I guess. Listen, I've got a whole bunch of pinks who are already on this nonsense road. Why don't we just make the nonsense road even more nonsensical? There. Everybody and their brother, just come up this way. We'll make this the intersection from hell. This is the intersection that kills everything. What I wouldn't give for a roundabout. Just one single solitary roundabout, but no. No, we never shall have it. Alright, you know what? I think, yeah, with this third purple guy, I'm gonna disconnect these from this business and hook them into this neighborhood, because this is getting a little busy and now this exists. So let's take you and send our purples down this way. You know, if you can think of a major baseball moment that happened in the last 45 years, or probably even longer than that at this point, Vin Scully probably called it, and he probably did a damn near perfect job calling it, because Vin Scully did everything. He did the World Series, he did he did Dodgers games for, like I said, 50 years, something like that. Just for the longest time until he finally retired, the conversation around who's the best announcer in baseball was everybody just quietly saying not saying out loud, but saying who's the second best announcer in baseball, because we all know that Vin Scully's the best. This daily challenge was not the best. 861 commuters, just it's not good. And yet it's top 10. Top 10%, because listen, this one was mean. Earlier in the week, I just did bad. I played the game poorly earlier in the week. Today, we managed to squeeze 861 trips in Munich with nothing but 2 bridges and a dream. So, I guess it works. I guess we'll take that. I realize that I haven't set up Wordle yet, so we need to stall. And as usual, let's just stall about the fact that I haven't set up Wordle yet, because, you know, I'm a professional fucking broadcaster. Busidu wants to see a random Sporkle quiz. We never do Sporkle quizzes in the morning, but you know what? That's not a bad idea. Let's do ourselves a Sporkle quiz here. All right, let's bring in an opera window. It will be, let's say that one right there. And we have that set up to do today's Wordle, but we're not actually going to do that. Instead, we're going to go to Sporkle, and we're going to find ourselves a random Sporkle quiz. All right, can I sign in quickly with my account? Do you remember who I am? Yes, get in. There we go. All right, fine. Now then, let's do a random quiz. Easy 11-letter vocabulary? Sure. We have 8 minutes to come up with these 25 answers to this easy 11-letter vocabulary test. All right, it's a random Sporkle quiz. Let's go. A player stationed behind the center who directs the team's offensive play in American football, that is a quarterback. A game played on a court with 4 walls by 2 or 4 players who use devices, that's racquetball. The act of looking after a child, usually, so that's babysitting. Wow, this is easy. Running over the top, brim, or banks, is that overflowing? Yes, it is. Less numerous than another party. Less numerous than another party. I don't know that immediately, but I imagine if... yes, outnumbered. The science or practice of farming is agriculture. Extremely destructive to one's self-respect or dignity. Is that like humiliating or something? Yes, it is like humiliating or something. No longer in operation or engaging would be deactivated. The interbreeding of individuals or stocks that are relatively unrelated is... that's a good question. It's not accelerator, air sickness, anchorwoman, fearfulness, hard-hearted, imagination, independent, laundrette, magnificent. It could be outbreeding. Paperweight, schoolhouse, screwdriver, thermometer. Yeah, it's outbreeding. Okay. A female presenter of a live television or radio broadcast, that would be an anchor woman. An experience of anxiety or apprehension is fearfulness. Extremely beautiful, elaborate, or impressive is magnificent. Nausea, vomiting, or dizziness caused by the motion of flight is air sickness. A tool for turning certain fastening devices is a screwdriver. A pedal in a vehicle that is pressed down would be the accelerator. The ability to picture in one's mind things that are not real, that is imagination. Or perhaps conservative political philosophy. Who's to say? Incapable of being moved to pity or tenderness, that person is hard-hearted. Possessing a hostile or deliberately frightening quality or manner, that would be threatening. A container for trash is a wastebasket. Without sufficient consideration of the possible consequences of an action, why, that would be thoughtless. A building used for education is a schoolhouse. A small, heavy object used for keeping lighter objects in place is a paperweight. Not relying on another would be you are independent. And an establishment with coin-operated washing machines and dryers would be a laundrette, meaning that the last one, an instrument for measuring and indicating temperature, is a thermometer. Huzzah! 25 out of 25. That was a random Sporkle quiz. Thank you very much to Busidu for redeeming your 2,500 Goog bucks in such a manner. Let's kill that opera window, bring back this opera window. There we go. That's what our Wordle box looks like. Here we go. That was a great random little Sporkle quiz, and we banged that out. And we know that there's a T. Great. All right. Now here is the absolute, I swear to God, this is the first word I thought of. It is the worst possible guess I can make, knowing the information that I have. It's not Targe. It's definitely not Targe. Fucking anagram of the same. Good job, Goog. Good job. It could be think. It's not, but you know the rest. Let's see here. What about H? No. What about... That doesn't make any sense. No, that's not right. Well, it's definitely not CH. H is not the second letter. What about H? H-U-T-C-H. There. Yeah, what if it's Hutch? It is not Hutch, but I did put the H in the right place, so that gives me something. Let's see here. So there's a U and a T. T has to be either the second or fourth letter, so we know that. But I can't think of anything. Yeah, I can't think of anything that fits this. And it's not touch or tough, right? We know that because we know that T is not the first letter. Which means... Is there anything... Oh, could it be youth? It could be youth. It's youth! Hooray! All right. We're just burning through these things real quick today. We did the daily challenge. We did a random Sporkle quiz. We've done today's Wordle, and we're not even 20 minutes into the show. Well then. Drop those GGs in the chat if you got them. In the meantime, you know what? Let's go to Los Angeles. I like Los Angeles. It's a good map. And we'll play it without any pausing. Why not? There are plenty of perfectly valid reasons why not, but I don't really feel like invoking any of them now. So we'll do this. Highly efficient streaming. That's right, we have streamlined this operation. We have shaved down, we have sanded off all of the rough edges. Nothing can possibly go wrong. We are just, boom. And then I immediately can't think of anything to say, so good work, Goog. All right, so these blues go here. But yes, we are very efficient. We are the streamlined double-decker bus of streaming, okay? We put the stream in streamlined, or something. It's just what they bring, okay? This pink will come around here and point directly in like so. This is an annoyance, but you can just have the longest commute known to man. That'll be fine. Here, I'll even cut you a corner. There. Good work. So, but yeah, again, Vin Scully just as an East Coast fan who hasn't done a ton of digging into like watching historical broadcasts or anything, I'm not going to sit here and claim to be the most learned or the most experienced watcher of Vin Scully broadcasts or anything like that. But even just catching Dodger games on MLB.TV when I could in, the 2000s or early 2010s when, Vin was slowing down or wasn't calling every road game or things like that. Just with that experience, he was so far and away the best to ever do it. And his style was it was something that would never come along today. Because even in, 2014, right? Even in 2013, 2014, when modern broadcasts had their very specific style and you had to work ad reads into every break and everything was sponsored and all of that, Vin Scully still called a baseball game like he was sitting on a porch talking into, like he was doing it on the radio. For a long time, he was doing simulcasts on TV and the radio. But he just had this conversational style, and he was so learned and so quick. I saw on Twitter today, there's a clip of him going through the entire life story of Socrates just because a player named Socrates Brito came up to bat. So Vin Scully tells in like 3 minutes, while still keeping up with every pitch of the at-bat. He tells the life story of Socrates. He comes up with a metaphor for life. And then, at the end of it, when he talks about Socrates' suicide, he says that, he comes up with this anecdote, and it was absolutely true. It was related to what was happening. It was, the poison of the hemlock that kills Socrates, just like Kenta Maeda's outside curveball strikes out Socrates Brito, and that'll be the end of the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth, Dodgers lead 4-2, or something like that. Just so smooth and so... It was not effortless. The man put a lot of work into his craft, and he cared so much about it, but he made it look and seem and feel just effortless. The absolute best. The absolute best. There's no other way to say it. So I'm just going to keep... I feel like I'm going to be Santana now. Just look into the camera and shout, the best! The best! The best! It occurs to me that was Ortiz. I think that was Ortiz. Point is, Vin Scully, best baseball broadcaster ever, a tremendous loss. And of course, Uggla means owl. As you know, everyone knows that. Whenever Dan Uggla came up to bat, Vin Scully would always point out that Uggla means owl. I forget what language Uggla means owl in, but damn it, Vin Scully knew. Alright, so this map is kind of a disaster, actually. Like, we've got blue guys here that need to get... Okay, listen, I have assets here. Let's use them. Let's take motorway number 1, draw it over there, separate these blue guys out. Now, you, orange guys, right here, you're going to take a very long and needlessly complicated, somewhat needlessly complicated trip. Okay? You're going to go that way. You greens are just going to have to be okay, because you're definitely over here. This is fine. You go support that. You hook into this. This is okay. I don't love... Well, this pink being right here is actually just fine. Give me another set of traffic lights. I kind of wish I had a great way to get these greens over here so that these green guys weren't each relying on solo houses. But for now, at least, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Everything's fine. Everything, as they say, is fine. I can't exactly, slide this green into here or anything like that, so no, it's gonna be okay. Alright, now, this pink being here is kind of weird and gross, but... Oh, and you're a circle. Okay, alright, off we go. Here, you and you point that way. You and you and you. Come here. No, come here. I need you to come this way. Thank you. All right, you come down this way, and then go down there, and then go down here. Okay. You go that way. Thank you. Give me a motorway. You pop that way. You two, blue guys. Come down this way, and then into here. Okay. So these two blues support that. These 5 pinks support that. These 3 pinks support that. That's going to be okay. All right. This is actually working, kind of. We got this, we got that. This is not an issue. You can just go diagonally in like so. Everybody go there. Great. Okay. So, let's check in on everybody else. Blue business here, cars and driveways, you're doing fine. Purple business here, cars and driveways, doing fine. Orange business here, cars and driveways, doing fine. Pink business here, kinda not. I know you've got one car that's directly adjacent to your building. I'm not. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Let's take another bridge, because we do have bodies of water here and here, which we will eventually need to cross. This pink business is doing A-okay. You know what? You've got cars and driveways up here. Fine, just do that. Give me all of this road back. Gonna reclaim a whole bunch of road tiles, because God knows I need them. I only have 65 to spare. So you go there. All right, once you get another buddy, yeah, you get your second buddy, you're gonna get a second motorway. Motorway number 2 swings right down there. We are not fucking around with any of that. Here, do that. Great. Now, all of these purples spawning so quickly tells me that one of these 2 is going to go circular very soon. Hopefully, it's this one, because it's already supported. If it turns out to be this one, then we're going to have to run these guys down around here, and that's going to be a whole pain in the ass. Does a tiny little pinprick caused by a knife require a band-aid? Well, it depends on how tiny the pinprick is, obviously. Let's take a 4th bridge rather than a 5th and 6th traffic light. I would say, if it's not actively bleeding, obviously, no. If it's one of those things where you prick yourself and you notice the blood and you kind of bat at it with your finger, you just dab it a little bit and then you pull the finger away and it's still bleeding, it definitely can't hurt. Let me start by saying that. It definitely can't hurt. Is it necessary? It definitely can't hurt. You risk very little by putting a band-aid on it, and you do risk a fair bit just on the off chance that something goes wrong if you don't put a band-aid on it. So I would say probably put a band-aid on it. Assuming you have like a functionally infinite supply of band-aids. If your bandage supply is limited, then that calls into question different things, but I can't know every variable in this equation. Does that answer your question, Leo? I hope so. Also, I hope you're not bleeding too badly and you're fine. Because this is probably not just a hypothetical out of nowhere question. This is probably a, hey, I'm bleeding, how serious a problem is it question. And, okay, if you have a functionally infinite supply of band-aids, then yeah, you might as well put a bandage on it. Can't hurt. All right, these greens here are actually going to be repurposed in support of this business. Because they're right here, and that makes sense. You can go up that way. You are a green circle being supported by 2 and only 2 dudes, which is not what you want. Here, motorway number 3, go right here. Support that. You, over here. You need to be something else. Here. Why don't you come down there and then into there. You 2 blues, go support that. Thank you. Pinks, come over to here. That's good. This green is A-okay. This circle up here needs more help. Fortunately, just got it. I do still have a couple of greens over here that aren't doing anything. I also now have an orange circle with which to contend, which is gross. Here, give me a 5th bridge. I will probably not use 5 bridges, but we'll see. Let's see here. Excuse me. Voice cracked there. That's fine. What if we grab you and you, run you all the way over to here, and then down there like so. Yeah, you're still gonna need a bridge, but it's gonna have to be okay. All right, you come here, go down here, take that bridge, swing up this way, and now these 3 orange houses, these 3 oranges right here are providing additional support to that orange circle. Additionally, with these four greens right here, we finally have actually enough support for this green circle, which is good. Might as well toss another blue house on this long road to support this blue business. That's good. This green square is doing just fine with its 4. You just went circular, you buddy. All right, listen. This is fine. We'll just do that, and we'll traffic light that. So these 3 will turn right against the light, give me a roundabout. These 3 will turn right against the light. These 2 will go straight through it. Everything's coming up Goog House. Okay. Orange dude, get on the road. You know what? Spare orange dude, you get on the road. You are no longer a spare orange dude. You're an emergency last ditch orange dude, which is different. Okay. You know what I just remembered I have to do today? And this is a very first world problem. I fully acknowledge this. I have to call the dry cleaning company, which I thought was supposed to come pick up a jacket that I need cleaned they were supposed to come yesterday. Did they come yesterday? No. Do I know why? Also no. I don't want to turn into one of those people who always needs dry cleaning, but my job does require me to wear a suit, so I'm gonna turn into one of those people who always needs dry cleaning. By the way, this up here is a purple nightmare. Byron has a good point, Leah. I hope you weren't waiting. Like, I hope you didn't look at the blood pooling in your bed and think, gee, I wonder if I should put a Band-Aid on that. I'll ask the Goog tomorrow. I hope that was not your thought process. If that was your thought process, we need to have a discussion with you regarding thought processes. It's probably fine. This is not fine. I just noticed this blue guy, which, is there anything I can do to salvage you, blue guy? Hold on. We got blues coming. They're not gonna make it, are they? They're not gonna. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Listen. All right, Leah. So apparently, I almost asked Discord, but figured it could wait. Well, put a Band-Aid on that, change your sheets, and let me know how it worked out tomorrow? There. That sounds like a plan. For the rest of y'all, just get out of here. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you again tomorrow morning on another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Until then, thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.